Hi. So, um, you told me you've been having some trouble sleeping. So, in this online session, I'm going to tell you a few tips and tricks um, from a biological and psychological point of view to help you sleep better. So, um, the first thing most people do, and I'm not opposed to it, and it can be helpful, use meds, is to use meds. So, um, sometimes they come in uh, packets like this, and on these packets you can open, obviously. You can't use a med that is not open, of course. um, you get some information about the med on these papers, which we're going to skip, and then you have the med inside, right? So the first option you can consider to try to help you sleep are meds, and the actual med usually comes in, this is inside the package. So once you take it out, you just, for example, in the case of this med, you take one out and you take it. This is a phytotherapic med, by the way. So this kind of med, they don't work for everybody, so it depends. They can help you because after all they still have chemicals in them, but in general you may need more than just phytotherapeutic meds. In my personal experience with other people, usually they require other meds to calm them down. Sometimes the meds are not even to sleep, it's to calm them down and make them feel more relaxed so they can sleep. So this is one possibility. You can get these prescribed, non-prescribed. You can get them phytotherapics one. You can get them the stronger ones. There is a whole discussion about them being addictive or not. We're not going to talk about that right now. I'm just giving you guidelines so you can search more about this whole thing. Just 1 second, let me check here something. Yeah, we can keep going. So the second advice I have to give you is to let me find here. I have it here in my office somewhere. Where is it? 1 second. Oh right. Here it is. If you've never seen this, they are earplugs. They come in different shapes and materials, and you use them to put in your ears so no sound will disrupt your sleep. I don't know about you, but I have a very noisy house. Dogs and cats making noises, and sometimes it's the neighbors, sometimes it's my own dogs, and so on. So this personally saved my life regarding sleep. It changed a lot. You can still hear sounds if they are very loud or if they are very close to you, so you're probably not gonna die if your house is on fire and people are screaming. That's not gonna happen. And you can get them in packages or you can get them individually. I buy them in packets of 2 pairs. And this is how you do it, right? You take I'm gonna demonstrate with just one. You take one of them and you squeeze them, and when you squeeze them, you make them smaller, and they become this, it's like a very thin small bullet, and then you insert it into your ear and push it. Don't push it too far, just push it until you see that's inside the ear, not down the hole, because then you won't be able to get it out. Just enough for some part of it to be out of the ear, of the actual ear hole, so you can take it out. After you put it in, you will hear it expanding, and it's going to actually make you not hear anything that's going to disrupt your sleep. And I've done a few testing with this, and for example, if I'm in my room with a telephone in another room, if it rings, I don't hear it, so that's great. High-pitched noises are what it blocks the most, and those are usually the noises that wakes us up the most. So to remove it, you just grab it by the tip that's on the stereo and take it out. Now, generically, these are discardable. I mean, you use them once and throw them away, but if you do that, you're going to use quite a lot of money to be able to use them every day. So I use them for some time. I usually check to see if they are getting dirty or something, and then I don't use them anymore. But as long as they are not dirty from anything, from my ear itself, or because I also keep my ears very clean, so as long as they are not dirty in any way, I keep using them for some time, like 3 days or something. And it's a very cheap, like a pair of these, 2 pairs of these costs like $1.50, and it's very efficient. So if you never heard of this, definitely check it out, because it's going to help you a lot. So the last thing I want to tell you about on this video, on this session, to help you, is that a lot of times it's our breathing that is causing problems, not only when we are awake but when we are laying in bed. So there's something called hyperventilation, and this hyperventilation is when you breathe like this, but you don't realize it. You're doing it unconsciously, you barely stop to breathe, right? So a normal breathing would be something like this. Not that artificial, but it takes some time to get used to it. And to be honest with you, just by giving these tips, I'm feeling sleepy myself. I've struggled with sleep, so I have a feeling these tips are going to help you quite a lot. And so, what I want you to do is you breathe in for I don't know, 3-5 seconds, and hold it in. Don't breathe with your chest, breathe with your stomach, basically. Of course, you're going to use both, but don't just close the air all in your chest. Let the stomach do its part too, because the diaphragm is there. And you hold it in for 3 to 5 seconds, and then you let it out. So let's try it. Try with me, okay? You can close your eyes if you want. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So it depends on the person, but for me, it's more effective to breathe in through my nose and breathe out through my mouth. And this can really relax you in any situation, especially when sleeping. So if you're in bed and your thoughts are rushing and you can't get to sleep, try this advice, try this trick, and it may help you a lot. You can try it while thinking about good things, while role playing a scenario in your head. You can try it while just letting your mind flow, and just don't think about worrying, don't think about bad stuff, don't think about problems, and you're going to relax your body. And don't actually say 1, 2, 3 when you're breathing out, because then you are expelling the air, when the purpose is to keep in the air for a few seconds and then let it out, because then you can absorb them as the biggest amount of oxygen you can. So when you combine all of these tips, and I have more tips to give in the future, you're probably going to have a better sleep. Okay, so remember, there are meds that can help you, and remember, there are some you can use by yourself, there are some you need someone to prescribe, and it doesn't necessarily need to be a psychiatrist. It can be a neurologist, it can be an endocrinologist, and so on. You can use the earplugs, which work quite well. And let me see if it makes any sound here. No, it doesn't make any sound. I was going to try to show the texture of it, because it's very, very soft It doesn't hurt your ears at all. And lastly, you can try the breathing, which let's try one more time. So you breathe in, hold it, breathe out. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out. Try with me. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out. So, that's what I recommend. And don't speak while you're doing this exercise. I'm speaking just to demonstrate. And find your pace. You need to find how long you breathe in, how long you breathe out, depending on how you feel comfortable. Don't make yourself feel like you're grasping for oxygen, because then it's going to have the opposite effect. Okay, so that's the tips I have for you today. Let me know if you want tips on another kind of issue, if you want more tips for sleep. We can definitely talk about it in the next session. And I hope you have a very good night's sleep. And if you don't, well, well, if you do and if you don't, let me know in the comments and tell me any feedback you want, as well as any requests. I'm going to be doing more ASMR videos, so subscribe for more of those and click the bell button. And I hope this video at least relaxed you enough to start to get in a sleep state. So hope you're well, and I see you soon.